Alright, so I was editing Monday's vlog, the one that you saw on Monday, but I just got an Amber Alert from my college saying that a train has derailed near my apartment. Let's go see what happened. Oh my god. When they said the train got derailed, they weren't kidding. This is so bad. Holy shit. Guys, this is less than a mile away from my apartment. Oh no. This is terrifying. Can you imagine being near this when that happened? This was a freight carrying corn. Look at all of the corn on the ground. The lighting's kind of bad out here, but I don't know if you can see just like how insanely large this thing is. And the fact that it fell off the train tracks is terrifying. I live on a farm and I know how much it costs to feed our chickens. But I'm like feet deep in corn right now. My chickens would love this. Why am I thinking about chickens right now? Guys, I'm seriously just in awe. When you think of train derailments, you kind of think of like that's a movie thing. But the fact that it actually happened right next to a neighborhood. Can you hear the kids? This giant train derailed right next to a house with kids playing in the backyard. That's so bad, guys. I'm actually surprised there's not a bunch of people out here like doing something about this. I'm gonna put some context into this next scene. This guy came out of nowhere and told me to get off the train tracks, and he was really rude about it. And I'll be honest, when people are like rude to me without asking nicely first, I get pretty sassy, so Sassy Will be in the next scene.
I'm gonna ask you 2 times. I've already asked you twice.
Alright, my bad.
Pull the police here in about 2 seconds.
I'm leaving. You might want to put a helmet on. That shit might fall. I'm leaving. And then next, I put my camera in my backpack and started walking away. But as I was walking away, he started telling the police what I looked like. And so you can hear me start to run. Thank God I own a boosted board, because I bet you if I hadn't gotten on it, the police would have showed up by the time I would have left if I were walking. So shout out to boosted board for being a great way to escape police. Guys, I'm shaking. They just called the cops on me. I heard him get on the phone with the sheriff and he's like, yeah, he's wearing black pants and a black sweater and he's got like a bright yellow backpack. And so I took off my pants and I took off my jacket and put it in my backpack. And thank God I have my boosted board. And so now I'm hiding in my friend's backyard. And I was like, I'm just taking pictures, like I'm not hurting anything. He says, it's not safe. Like, I know it's not safe. This has been a crazy day. Ugh. And now I gotta go back and edit, which is fun, but this was so much more exciting. Looking at like a derailed train and then getting the cops called on me, it's way more exciting than sitting in my room editing. But honestly, guys, I don't know if like I got the clips of that guy talking, but he was being so condescending. All right, let's hope I don't get arrested. I'm gonna walk home now. After the whole train wreck thing, I went home and I finished my edits, posted Monday's vlog, and now it's Tuesday. And to start this morning off, I have to go to the DMV. If any of you guys are at the point in your life where you have to visit the DMV every now and then, you know it's one of the worst places you ever have to be. It's just not efficient. People who work there are rude. And usually when you go to the DMV, something related to that visit is gonna cost you tons of money. Since the DMV is only like a few miles away, I get to ride my boosted board there. So me and Astro are about to go deal with car stuff. But before we do, I definitely need, you guessed it, some coffee. Oh, and by the way, the rest of the scene is kind of gross. I'm sorry if that was disgusting. It went down the wrong pipe. I'm kind of scared to try it again. Much better. And now I can deal with the people at the DMV. What the heck? Where'd the sidewalk go? Did the city planners just go, yeah, I think this is where people are gonna want to stop walking? But since I'm a practical thinker, I was like, all right, I'll just ride my boosted board through the parking lots of stores, walk through the grass until the next parking lot, and I did that all the way to the DMV. So I got to the DMV, and you're not really supposed to film inside, but at the same time, I haven't been the most lawful citizen in this vlog. So I went to the DMV to get my license renewed because it expires in May, and then I didn't have enough battery to get home on my boosted board, so I had to stay in the DMV for an hour charging my boosted board. So everyone at the DMV was exactly how I imagined they would be. Incredibly rude. Because I constantly make unhealthy decisions, I decided to make one more. But I stopped by this ice cream place called Klein's, and I got a cake batter flavored milkshake. I am back home and eating carrots because I feel bad about drinking a milkshake. If we're being 100% honest with each other right now, I have let myself go. I stopped going to the gym. I started eating so unhealthy once finals started. And since school is over, our college cafeteria and our gym is now closed. And if I wanted to go to the gym, I'd actually have to like run or something. And listen, I cannot work out unless there's like a gym filled with people around me. It's motivating and I lack the initiative to like go on a run. So I think by the time the school year starts next year, I'm gonna be like 50 pounds heavier. Okay, let's talk about something I've always wanted to do. So I was up until like 5 a.m. last night on Adobe Illustrator making little logos and camera graphics. Because I'm sure everyone knows about the whole YouTube AdSense thing. I am making literally, I'll just straight up tell you, I'm making less than $20 a month on YouTube right now. Before I was making like $100 to $200. Now it says my estimated revenue for this month is $17. And my views are higher than they ever have been right now. So there's like some painful irony in that. YouTube is no longer a place for small creators. Like it's so hard to like financially make it unless you're big enough to get sponsored. I really want to sell merch and I want to come out with a little clothing line of camera related graphics. For example, you see this hat, it's got a plane on it. I think this is like the coolest hat ever. I love this style of hat. It's like dad hat with a little embroidered thing on it. I want to make dad hats with my little camera logos on them so bad. All right, hold on. Let's imagine there's a cute little blue camera I designed on there. Would you buy that? Okay. All right. Okay. All right. I decided to put on my two favorite shirts, which is this Under Armour Christmas athletic tee and this button-up I got from H&M. Whenever I'm feeling upset, I'll dress nice, and then I'm sure you probably know what the next step is. I go get coffee. All right, guys. So we're on a mission. We're gonna go get some iced caramel coffee. Let's go. Once I got to Starbucks, I immediately ran into a problem. The woman in front of me. This lady really wanted some salt and vinegar chips, but Starbucks only sells sea salt and vinegar chips. And this apparently was a huge problem because she demanded that the barista look around to see if they don't have any regular chips. Poor guy, and poor me, had to wait around for 5 minutes while this guy looked around for chips that don't exist. Also, side note, this yellow cup is $29. Isn't that dumb? Finally, the barista convinced the woman that they don't actually have regular sea salt and vinegar chips, so she left unsatisfied but still with the sea salt and vinegar chips. I finally got my iced caramel coffee and I started to enjoy one of life's cliches, sitting in a coffee shop working on something artsy. I edited this vlog and I enjoyed my beverage, and I'm too lazy to film an outro, so where there's a will, there's a way. My name is Will. Have a nice day. I hope I don't get arrested for making this video. I totally understand the irony of being happy that I got away from the cops and then uploading the video of me getting away from the cops. That's just asking for trouble. I'll let you guys know if this video gets me arrested.
In addition to repairing the track, they're also trying to clean up all that corn that spilled into the Black's Run, and they'll actually be using a suction device to remove the corn